Welcome back to Adventure Pete. Glad to see you here. So what we're working on today is we're changing the transfer case fluid in our 2024 Chevrolet 2500 HD. Super easy to do, doesn't take much time, and it doesn't take much tools either. So really all you need is a Allen wrench, 8mm or 5/16, whichever you prefer. You can have the socket style with a ratchet, whichever makes it easier. Honestly, I did it all with just a little dinky Allen wrench right there and nothing to it. And maybe depending on your fluid, maybe you just need a transfer hose, because it is in front of a cross member, so it's kind of a challenging place to get to. Other than that, you only need 3 quarts of fluid. It spec calls for 2.5, but obviously you never get all of it out of the fluid itself, and sometimes spillage. Just go for 3 and be done with it. And it is just a simple Dexron 6 transmission fluid. So any kind of transmission, Dex 6 will work in it. I prefer amsoil. That's just my preference on it. So you can put in wherever you want. You can put GM, you can put any other version. I just like the amsoil version, so it's amsoil blue. Works out great. So we'll show you how to do it right here. Down here at the transfer case, right down here is easy to see. That is the drain plug right there. That is an Allen wrench screw. And then right above that, right there is the fill plug. So it's very simple. Drain it out the bottom, put the plug back in, fill it up at the top till it comes out the top. This Allen wrench is an 8mm or 5/16 Allen. So we're going to take those out, get it drained out. We're going to check to see if the factory is actually low from the beginning, just for curiosity. So, if you're curious on how to check it, you just take a zip tie, a little bend in there, and just dip it in the end, and then check to see where it comes out at. So right there, or just below the edge, so it's actually full. So the factory did a good job on that, considering both differentials are usually low on these trucks. If you have a socket, it works a lot faster, but we don't have one on hand. We're working from home. So we're just going to do this the old-fashioned way. They're not in there super tight because they're pipe plug, but it goes pretty quick. Here we got this in the way. Catch all the fluid. Woo! She came out quick. We caught it though. Not too dark, not seeing any sparkles in there, so that's always a good sign. There's no filters for these, so that's the only downside. Is what it is what it is. Just gonna let it drain out just like that. Once it gets finished draining, we'll put this plug back in, fill her up from the top. Now to get fluid up in this fill hole, being right up in that pocket, there's a cross member in the way, so it's not very easy to get any kind of bottles up there. So you got a couple options for putting fluid in. You can either get one of these siphon filters and use it as a perishable item. Stick in the bottle up there, squeeze the primer ball, fills up the differential. You can do it that way if you have a bottle that doesn't work. Or if you go with amsoil like I do, you can just bend this over and squeeze the bag, and it goes in there just like that too. So that's just what I do. I like amsoil for it, but you have different options where you can do it for filling this transfer case. All we gotta do is fill it till it starts spilling out the top, and put the plug back in, and we're good to go. So that's all it takes to change the fluid in the transfer case in one of these trucks. Service interval is about 35,000 miles or 50,000 miles, depending on how you like to do it. I think the book calls out specifically 35,000 for severe duty use. Other than that, it's super easy to do. It doesn't take much time, so honestly, doing it every time you service the transmission is just the way to go. So, one tool only, did it with amsoil, it works out perfect. So, hopefully you can like the video, comment, tell us what you think, tell us what you want to hear about, and subscribe. We've got a lot of great content coming, a lot of great content on the channel, so be sure to check it out. And remember to have a great adventure.